Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another episode today. This one, I promise you, is going to be fun. So there's this thing that colonial powers always do, and that is they economically start to dwindle because they spend so much money on weapons, but they don't show it. For example, after all the years that America spent in Afghanistan, they lost, I believe, around 20 billion or maybe a trillion. All I remember was I was like, wow, I could have lived a life in that amount of money. If they just gave that back to the people, maybe the American people would be more satisfied with the government. Anyways, they just pretend that they're rich and it flies. Everyone thinks America's really rich when really it's not. It's in so much debt. Like, I don't even know how you could say America has $1 because all of its money belongs to other people. It just doesn't make sense. Anyways, my mom always says, ugly people, if they pretend to be beautiful by acting sassy, people are going to think they're beautiful. This time, it ain't working. Praise be to God. The Cradle took out a report about an Israeli newspaper named Ma'ariv that reported on 10th of July that Israel lost about 35,000 small businesses. They crashed since the beginning of the war. Okay? And oh my gosh, this is just amazing. 77% of the businesses that have been closed since the beginning of the war. Like, this is amazing. It says the most vulnerable industries are construction. As a result is the entire ecosystem that operates around it. Ceramics, air conditions, aluminum, building materials, and more. I don't know what sector did not get damaged. In this report, you'll see so many things. This is by the Cradle. You can go check it out. They literally mentioned every sector inside of this report. I'm not going to read it all, but I'm going to tell you this. All those things that people are doing, like BDS and boycotts and divestment, no Western power will ever tell you that it's working because that's against their ego, okay? But we have to look at this report and understand that all of those lattes that you skipped out on, well, they were worth it. You are crumbling the economy of the biggest, most worst, most genocidal vassal state of the US. This is amazing, okay? And there's nothing that hurts more than loss of livelihood for Western people. For Eastern people, it would probably be loss of life, like family. But for Western people, oh my gosh, money is something. Especially for these guys. Keep in mind, the ones who it really matters for are the Israeli people who are just like imports from Europe and America and other countries. And they're just seeing, wow, I tried to start a business here in the promised land and it didn't work out. Maybe this isn't such a promised land. And they're gonna go back. This is what you're doing. You are reducing the population of Israel in a safe way without having to use the means of violence. Of course, the use of violence in an occupation can be justified easily, but if we could do something from our homes, that would just be amazing, and that's what everyone did. Now, I don't really buy anything because I'm still a kid and my parents are the ones who do shopping, but wow. If I would still be someone who goes to Starbucks, I would stop now. This is working, alhamdulillah, thanks to God. The Kafis BDI CEO estimates that 60,000 Israeli businesses are expected to be shut down by the end of 2024. Genocide ain't cheap. The world finally realized how to get to people. We have gone from every single side. The resistance group have taken the armed side. People like Craig Mukabar and the Workers' Party with George Galloway and Craig Murray, they've taken the legal side and the political side, and people like Greg Stoker and Mahmoud Auda have taken the military analysis side, and people have, even Chef Rubio and the World Central Kitchen guy, I'm forgetting his name, Jose Andres, he took the humanitarian side, the feeding people side. We literally have every demographic and every sector of life against a genocide, and it's working. Like, wow, it's actually working. That's amazing. Well, God bless everyone, and BDS.